Yo, what's poppin'? It's Tommathan, and I am here to determine the best team you can make from Season 4 rookies that are still active right now. This is an interesting one compared to some of the other seasons rookies teams that I've made because you're not really missing one of any role. Like, you're not just only getting two main tanks or two off tanks or anything like that. And we are getting more and more recent, so we do have a larger pool of players to choose from, I would say. But I don't know. It's a little weird because I always thought, as you go up, the team should get better because the players should get better because the game's been out longer and more stuff has been developed. But again, I'm not sure if that is the case here, as you'll see. So starting off strong, however, we have hit scans. The hit scans go crazy. Aspire, Develop, who's currently on Team 815, Flora, Hybrid, who's currently on Munich Esports, Jimmy, Kaylee, who is my Kaylee, currently on HLXC, Shy, Sparker, and Suna, who is on Team Peps right now. If you're picking anything other than Shy, it is a throw pick. 100% it's a throw. I don't care if you like Aspire. I don't care if you think Jimmy fucks. I don't care if Sparker is your best friend. You pick Shy here 100% of the time, 100 days a week. That's what you do. There's no other option. And may I remind you, his Echo is good. I'll never let people forget. He did diff leave on Echo that one time in Season 4. It happened. It was there. It was real. He is good at that. His Sombra he had this season wasn't too great. I'll be honest, wasn't the best. But the whole team sucked at that point. So who can really say? I think his Tracer is suitable. Shy's that guy. Don't care. Shy's that guy. Now, we'll see if once I look at the flex DPS, if there's any hit scans. Maybe you want to bring on Aspire for a double hit scan, and he has a good Tracer on him, so maybe you want that. But the way I'm seeing the flex DPS names, I don't think that's necessary because you have Assassin, Checkmate, Choice A1, Molan Ran, who's currently with Solus Victorum, Nice, who's with Panthera, Naga, who's with Peps, Pelican, and Valentine. So two big names here, two names that stick out the most for me, Choice A1 and Pelican. Are the two big names. You can like Checkmate, but I'm looking at Choice A1 on Pelly. I'm like, too hard to rationalize that. I don't think you can. So here's the thing. A lot of people out here would immediately go with Pelican. Pelican the GOAT. He won Rookie of the Year that season. He's still doing numbers today. Sure. However, I'll say Pelican, you know what? He has the Echo on lock. He has the Hanzo on lock compared to Choice A1. I look at that Tracer, you say, give me your Tracer player. Choice A1 or Pelican, I'm sliding Choice A1 across that table. 100% of the time. Choice A1's him. The Genjis, they're really close. I think the Genjis are really close. I'm not too far gone either way. And I'm not saying Pelican Tracer is bad. I think that he gets a bit of a bad rap on his Tracer. I don't think it's Choice A1, though. I think that he's a step below Choice A1. Maybe a half step. But at least something that is not irrelevant. It's not nothing. To me. Choice A1, I'd also like to say I like his Pharah a lot more. That's the biggest stuff. I don't know. That's the biggest stuff. So they both bring something to the team. If I wasn't just 6 players, right, I'd stick them both on because I think this DPS line's pretty well-rounded. And I think Choice A1 and Pelican will both get playtime, right, depending on whatever they wanted to play, or whatever they needed to play at the time. But because we only have 6 spots, how I'm doing this, one of them might have to go in the end. And I think that will depend on the direction you want to take with the next pick, your main tank. Don, currently on Munich Esports, he's not going anywhere. He's not going on this team at least. He might go somewhere in Owl again. I don't know. But yeah, Gaga, Hottie, Mag, and Muse. The two biggest names here for me, Gaga and Hottie. 100% it's either of them. Muse kind of disappointed me on Toronto. Mag has never lived up to his hype. And maybe you want to say, oh, well, Mag potential is still there. I'd rather just have Gaga anyway. His ball is top 3 in the league at minimum. Probably top 1, right? And then his Winston was also very impressive. I thought his Winston was more impressive than his ball this season because ball wasn't that good, probably. But the way he played between the two, especially in the midseason madness, I was a fan of. So two pretty big options here between Gaga and Hottie. Because Hottie, just the best Reinhardt in the league, easily. His Winston, his ball, I think they're probably average. I'm not huge on the Hottie train. His Jarkarcoon was really good, though. So the thing about Hottie is he gives you something that no other team from this series can do with that Reinhardt pick. He has a niche, for sure. Gaga kind of has a niche by being really good at ball, but overall, pretty standard between the rest of the guys I have on the team. Because the other ones are what? You have Smurf, you have Hanbin, Mikey, and you have who is it from season 1? Dante and Fearless. Gaga, I guess he kind of has a niche there with the ball, but it's not like Smurf can't play ball. It's not like any of that. So I don't know. Basically, it depends on where do you want to go between these two. Because here's the thing: if I want Hottie, I want Pelican for sure. I think his May is definitely better than Choice A1s. I like Pelican May. If you were going with Hottie, you definitely want Pelican. If I'm going with Gaga, I want the better Tracer and I want Choice A1. So a decision needs to be made. Are you Hottie pilled or Gaga pilled? And those are two tough players to decide on. It is two tough players to decide on. If you go with the Hottie pill, you are much less meta resilient, for sure. If you go with the Gaga pill, you're probably more meta resilient, but you don't have that niche of the Reinhardt. Which is better in the long run? The Hottie team probably has better potential to win in specific metas, but the Gaga team will be better overall, is what I'm trying to say. So that's my thought process right now. We'll look at the rest of the team and then decide. But for me, I'm kind of like riding two different waves right now between these guys right here. I have like two different wave paths going. And then you have the off tanks. Liga currently with HLXC, Piggy with the Charge most recently, Shou Chang with Flagship Reactors, and Vestola with Young and Beautiful. So I like Liga a lot, but what Piggy did on the Charge is kind of undeniable. His Sigma's great. He has more Overwatch League experience. And his Zarya looked like it just turned the entire team around and just carried them in that Countdown Cup. Wasn't able to make it to the playoffs, unfortunately, though. So, I don't know. I guess if you really want to put stock in synergy, which I haven't really done this whole time, you could say you'd rather have Liga with Gaga. But Piggy, the experience and the carry potential we saw last season is kind of too high to deny him right now, I think. I think Liga's valid. I'm a huge Liga fan, but just because he's been not quite there. He never, in 2 seasons, he was with the Spark. Didn't really get any playtime. Got sapped by Bernard. It's kind of hard to justify his pick. I think there's a good chance he'll get picked up next season, especially if Spark go full Chinese. Liga's the best off tank, I would say, you can probably get. I expect that, but you know what? Maybe Liga's like, fuck this. I'm not playing with you guys anymore. You sat me on the bench for 2 seasons. Who knows? But I think Piggy's the guy here, so I'll put him over here. I think you need Piggy. Also, I don't trust either Gaga or Hottie as a solo tank at all, really. We saw Gaga kind of try because Daitzi wasn't that good last season, and he couldn't really perform. So I wouldn't trust him there. And Hottie, I don't trust him to compete on some of the main tanks, so I don't really trust him to compete on some of the off tanks either, if I'm being honest. So I'm definitely putting in Piggy. Looking at the flex support, this is where I'm like, where is the super elite flex support here? I don't see it. Not really, because you have Aztac, Faraway 1987, Khan, MCD, Monk, Skewed, and Teru. Where's the super elite flex support? From the other 3 seasons. There was Fielder, Izayaki, and Shu. None of these guys are like that. Your closest to Faraway or Monk is who I think is the best here. I don't know. Maybe you're hype on MCD now he's on Dallas. Oh, Rush likes him, so we got to pick him up. Maybe you like Skewed still. Sure, I like Skewed. I think he's all right. Teru, I guess. Oh, maybe you're super dazzled by the Kiriko. I think Faraway or Monk is my choice. Between the two, very even. Maybe it kind of goes back to a Gaga versus Hattie situation. I think it doesn't really matter too much, though. You just pick whichever one you like more. I kind of like Faraway more, even though the Chengdu Hunters do not. Maybe something like this. I think Monk maybe has a bit of a better BAP or something. I don't think we've seen either of them really play BAP, but I remember Monk on BAP more. So maybe if you're going with Hottie, you want Monk. Seems reasonable to me. Something like that. Sure. And then I think Faraway has a better Zen, even though it's extremely close there, too. Do what you want with that. I like Faraway more. If you like Monk more, go for Monk. I don't care. If you're anyone else, definitely let me know, though. I want to know why you would pick someone over those two. I'm a little curious. So I'm going to go with Faraway here, I think. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave the split roster for now. And then as your main support, you have Ansun J, Dredro, Faith, Juby, who is currently playing with Wisp, and Nisha. And honestly, if I'm going to level with you, a lot of people would just lock in Nisha, but I am a Faith enjoyer. I think Faith is better on the Lucio pick, 100%. And I think that I value that a lot. I do. So I'm going to run Faith no matter what here. Maybe you like Ansunjae. I don't know. He's okay. Ansunjae's valid here. I think Nisha's all right here as well. But Faith, to me, I'm a big Faith enjoyer. So Faith is definitely my pick. So now it comes down to the final decision. Are you Gaga pilled or Hottie pilled? I think I am Gaga pilled. I'm sorry, team. I'm Gaga pilled. I think I am. And this is probably blasphemous. You look at this, I'm leaving Pelican, Hottie, and Monk on the table. Well, Pelican, Hottie is the biggest ones. I'm leaving Pelican, Hottie on the table. Because even though I say that I think the Hottie team has a better chance to win if the meta was to suit them, I don't think this team is impossible to win. I mean, Shy and Choice A1 is a very stacked damage line. Gaga is very good at the ball. If you get a ball meta, it's almost the same as getting a Reinhardt meta in some ways because he's that good at the ball. And then the backline, I don't know, you can do what you want. I already talked about Faraway Monk enough. So there's that. If you are interested in what this team looked like, boom. Not a lot of differences. I'll be honest. Not a lot of differences. The top three guys stay the same. Faraway goes from Chengdu to the Charge. Piggy goes from Houston to the Charge. And Faith goes from Boston to Vancouver. Nothing too crazy there. And if you want to know the other guys, none of these guys change teams either. So this is where we're not getting a lot of changes going on. But yeah, so let me know why I'm wrong and why I should have picked the Hottie team. Of course, as always, let me know if I got any of these wrong, because I know in the last video I made, I had Skewed as Season 3. Skewed was not Season 3. He was Season 4. So thank you for whoever pointed that out. I forget who it was, but appreciate it. And yeah, so have yourself a good one, and deuces.